Have you ever wondered, what if growing older didn't have to mean slowing down? What if the aches, the tired mornings, and all those pills everyone says are just part of aging weren't actually unavoidable? I'm 94 years old. I live on my own. I don't take any medications. And according to my doctor, I'm as healthy as someone 3 decades younger. Last year, when he looked at my test results, he just shook his head and said, "What's your secret?"
Well, it's not a secret at all, just 5 simple things I do every morning. No expensive routines, no special products, just small, thoughtful choices that make a big difference. And the truth is, anyone can do them. These habits have helped me stay clear-headed, mobile, and full of life. While so many people my age are told to slow down, take it easy, and accept the decline, here's the surprising part. One of these habits takes less than 5 minutes. Yet, most seniors skip it completely. And that little choice could be speeding up memory loss and draining your energy without you even realizing it. But it doesn't have to be that way. I've seen far too many friends begin to struggle, not because of some big health scare, but because the small daily things got overlooked. That's why I want to share this with you. Because the first hour of your day, it can either lift you up or slowly wear you down. So stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll walk you through each of these 5 habits, starting with the one that almost no one talks about. Before we begin though, could I ask a small favor? If staying strong, independent, and mentally sharp matters to you, tap that subscribe button. And if you have a friend or loved one who could use this, go ahead and share it with them too. And one more thing, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop it in the comments. It's always heartwarming to see our community come together from all around the world. Now, let me tell you about the very first thing I do every single morning. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, but I truly believe it's one of the most powerful habits I've ever picked up. Before I brush my teeth, before I open the curtains, even before I reach for my phone, I sit up in bed and I drink a glass of water with just a small pinch of natural sea salt. That's it. Simple, right? No green juice, no supplements, just room temperature water and a touch of salt ready and waiting for me on my nightstand. So I don't even have to leave bed to do it. Now you might be thinking, really? Just water? But here's what most people don't realize. While you sleep, your body is quietly working, and in the process, it's losing water. Every single night, we breathe and perspire. And by morning, we've lost nearly a liter without even knowing it. That means when you wake up, you're already starting your day dehydrated. And at our age, dehydration doesn't just mean feeling a little thirsty, it can affect your joints, your memory, your balance, your digestion, everything. Yet, what do most of us reach for first thing? Coffee or tea? And while that might feel comforting, caffeine actually pulls more water out of your system. So you're starting the day running on empty. When I made the simple switch, water first, before anything else, I noticed the difference almost immediately. The stiffness in my knees started easing up. The mental fog I just accepted as part of getting older, it lifted. Even my digestion felt smoother, more reliable. It was like my whole body quietly whispered, "Thank you." And this isn't just my personal experience, science backs it up. A study from Johns Hopkins showed that even mild dehydration in adults over 65 can reduce brain function by nearly 30%. That's a big drop in clarity just from missing your morning hydration. But here's what makes it even more effective. The pinch of sea salt. Not table salt, the real stuff like Himalayan pink salt or unprocessed sea salt. That little bit adds trace minerals your body needs, things like magnesium and potassium, to help your cells actually absorb the water instead of just flushing it out. It's like giving your body a key to unlock the hydration it's craving. And the best part? Takes less than a minute. I call it the first 60 seconds that rewire everything, because that's what it does. It wakes up your body gently, supports your joints, clears your head, and gets your digestion moving. It's a tiny act of self-care that sets the tone for everything that follows. So, tonight before you go to bed, try it. Pour yourself a glass of water, add a tiny pinch of natural salt, and leave it on your nightstand. Tomorrow morning, drink it before you do anything else. One simple glass, one quiet minute, no fuss, no excuses. It might seem small, but these are the kinds of choices that keep us independent, energized, and sharp well into our golden years. Let your body feel the difference, and just see how it thanks you. Now, after that first glass of water, I move right into what I consider one of the best kept secrets to feeling younger, sleeping better, and even lifting your mood. And it couldn't be simpler. I step outside. That's it. I open the door and step into the morning light. Whether it's sunny, cloudy, or just a little cool, I don't go for a walk. I don't check the mail. I just stand there quietly, maybe sit on a chair, and let the light touch my face and eyes. I stay out for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's peaceful, gentle, and over time, it's become as essential to me as breathing. Now, you might be wondering, what does stepping outside have to do with aging? Well, everything. You see, our bodies have something called a circadian rhythm. It's like a built-in clock that runs everything from your sleep and energy to your memory, digestion, and even your immune system. And every morning, that clock needs to be reset. The way we do that isn't with coffee or breakfast, but with light. When you allow morning light to enter your eyes without sunglasses and not through a window, you send a signal to your brain that says, "Wake up. It's time to begin." That light resets your body's natural rhythm, helping it know when to make energy-boosting hormones in the morning and calming, sleep-inducing ones at night. Without that light, the clock inside you starts to drift. And when that clock drifts too far, everything feels off. Studies have shown that seniors who don't get morning light are much more likely to struggle with sleep, low mood, and even poor digestion. One study found that missing that early light can raise your risk of depression by nearly 70%. And yet, most people have no idea. But I felt it when I started stepping outside each morning, even on cloudy days. Everything began to shift. I slept better. I woke up more refreshed. I felt calmer during the day. My energy was steady. And even my digestion, which had been up and down for years, started improving. And here's the beautiful part, it costs nothing. No pills, no gadgets, no subscriptions. Just you and a little morning light. But it does need to hit your eyes directly. No sunglasses. And don't try to soak it in through a window. For this to really work, you've got to be out there in the real light of day. So tomorrow, try it. Even if it's just for 5 minutes to start. Step outside. Let the breeze touch your face. Let the natural light gently greet you. You don't have to do anything. Just be. And let your body remember what it feels like to start the day in rhythm. This little habit helps keep me clear-headed, even-tempered, and truly rested. And it might just do the same for you. Now, before we move on to the third habit, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments. And if you've ever tried morning sunlight like this, let me know how it felt for you. You never know, your simple story might inspire someone else to try it too. Now, let's move into something that I believe is just as important as staying hydrated or stepping outside, maybe even more so. Because what good is a healthy body if your mind isn't just as strong? This brings us to the third habit in my morning routine, something I've come to call my 4-minute fire starter. And no, it's not a workout or meditation, though it kind of feels like both, but for your brain. Each morning, without fail, I give my mind exactly 4 minutes of focused, intentional stimulation. Just 4 minutes, that's all it takes to light a spark upstairs. To help keep my thinking sharp, my memory alive, and my mood grounded. I've been doing this for years, and I honestly believe it's one of the biggest reasons I still feel mentally clear well into my 90s, like I did when I was half my age. Here's how it works. First, I start with a quick mental challenge, usually a simple math problem. I don't pull out a calculator or scratch paper. I just add or subtract a few numbers in my head. Nothing complex, just enough to get my neurons firing. Think of it like stretching before a walk, it's a gentle warm-up for your brain. Then I shift gears and recall a vivid memory, not just any old moment. I try to picture something that really means something to me. Maybe my 30th birthday party, or a trip I once took by train with my sister when we were younger. I focus on the sights, the smells, the feelings. It's like dusting off the photo album in my mind. And every time I do it, I'm reminding my brain of who I am and what I've lived through. It's more than memory. It's identity. Next, I challenge myself to learn for new words. Just 4. I keep a small notebook by my bed, and whenever I come across a word I don't recognize, in a book, a TV program, or even a crossword puzzle, I write it down. Each morning, I pick 4 and say them out loud. I think about how I'd use them in conversation. It may seem like a small thing, but over time, it's like doing tiny push-ups for your vocabulary and your confidence. Finally, I close my eyes for a few seconds, take a breath, and visualize my day ahead. I picture it clearly, what I'll do, who I'll talk to, even how I want to feel. This helps me start my day with clarity and purpose. Instead of stumbling into the day on autopilot, I'm leading with intention. I'm choosing calm. I'm choosing focus. Now, here's the really exciting part, science backs this up. Researchers at Harvard found that this kind of early mental priming can boost something called neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to grow and adapt, by nearly 37%. That's not a small boost. That's like switching your brain from cruise control to high-performance mode. I like to think of it this way: your brain is a garden. If you water it and tend it first thing in the morning, it blossoms all day long. But if you neglect it, weeds creep in. Over time, things like brain fog, forgetfulness, or even early cognitive decline can sneak up when you least expect it. But this habit, this little 4-minute fire starter, has been my shield. I've kept it going through surgeries, during stressful seasons, and even on days when I felt down. It's my way of saying to myself, no matter what happens today, I'm showing up with clarity. I don't live in fear of aging-related diseases like Alzheimer's. I respect them, but I don't fear them, because every day, I give my brain the tools it needs to stay alert, connected, and alive. And honestly, it's not just about avoiding decline. It's about preserving your freedom. Keeping your mind sharp means you can stay independent longer, make your own decisions, and truly savor life. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, before you dive into the busyness of the day, give yourself 4 quiet minutes. Try just one of the things I mentioned. Maybe recall a joyful memory or write down a new word you learned. Start small, but start. Your brain is still listening, and it's never too late to remind it just how capable it still is. Let me tell you a secret most folks over 70 never hear: you don't have to wake up in pain. For years, I believed those morning aches and stiffness were just part of getting older. I'd start each day trying to be good to my body with stretches. You know the ones: twist this way, bend that way, try to touch your toes, or do those old-school routines that everyone swears by for staying limber. But by lunchtime, my back was sore, my knees were puffed up like balloons, and I needed a nap just to get through the afternoon. I chalked it up to aging. Turns out I was wrong. This brings us to my 4th daily habit, a practice that has literally changed the way I move through life. And I don't say that lightly. I call it strategic mobility. Not yoga, not classic stretching, and definitely not anything that pushes my body past its comfort zone. This is something entirely different, gentler, wiser, and far more effective for the aging body. Here's what I mean. Most traditional stretching routines were designed for younger, more elastic muscles. But as we age, our connective tissues become less flexible, our joints less forgiving. What used to feel good in our 40s or 50s might actually cause inflammation or micro tears in our 70s and beyond. And unfortunately, most seniors aren't told that. So instead of straining through uncomfortable stretches, I now give my body what it really needs: a slow, respectful 7-minute mobility wake-up. I start in a seated position. Yes, sitting. No complicated poses, no getting down on the floor. Just a safe, supported place to begin. Then I move slowly. I gently roll my shoulders, circle my ankles, rock my hips side to side. I rotate my spine just a few inches at a time. It's almost like I'm having a quiet conversation with my body, saying, "Hey, good morning. I'm here. Let's get moving together." This short flow targets the areas that stiffen up the most overnight: the spine, hips, ankles, knees, and shoulders. And each motion is small, intentional, and pain-free. I don't force anything. I listen. I breathe. I build slowly. And do you know what happened after just 2 weeks of doing this daily? I let go of the walker I had used for nearly a year. No more clunky support. No more staring at curbs and stairs like they were Mount Everest. A month later, I was driving myself to the grocery store again. By week 6, I felt steadier on my feet than I had in years. Not stronger like I could lift weights, but more capable. More in control of my movements. And here's the most beautiful part of all: I stopped fearing my body. I no longer panic when I step into the shower or get up in the middle of the night. I don't live in constant worry of falling. That fear, that quiet anxiety that lives in so many seniors, is gone. Because when you give your body consistent, gentle mobility, it gives you something back that's priceless: freedom. This isn't magic. It's the science of meeting your body where it is, not where it used to be. That shift in mindset is powerful. You're not trying to become a gymnast at 90. You're reclaiming the ability to enjoy your morning walk, lift your arms without pain, and move through your home without hesitation. So if you've ever felt stiff, unsteady, or frustrated with your body, I want to encourage you: there is a better way. And it doesn't require special equipment, a gym membership, or any fancy routines. Just 7 minutes of kind, conscious movement. No pushing. No forcing. Just progress on your terms. Try it tomorrow morning. Start seated. Roll your ankles. Rotate your spine. Breathe. Move slowly. And notice how your body responds when you treat it with patience instead of pressure. Changed my life, and it just might change yours too. Before we move on to the final habit, let me ask you, have you ever tried a morning mobility routine like this? Let me know in the comments. And if you want me to walk you through the exact flow I do each morning, just say so below. I'd be happy to make a follow-up video just for you. Now, let me tell you about the fifth habit, something many seniors tend to overlook. Yet, it might be the most important habit if you want to stay strong, steady, and maintain your independence for years to come. If you're over 70 and still skipping protein at breakfast, I want to gently warn you, your body might be quietly losing the muscle and strength it needs to keep you moving confidently. It's not fear-mongering. It's just how our bodies change as we age. You see, after we hit 65, our muscles start to shrink faster unless we do something to stop it. And the best time to protect those muscles is first thing in the morning. I didn't always understand this. For a long time, I thought a light breakfast, like a piece of toast, a banana, or maybe just tea or coffee was enough to start my day gently and kindly. But I was mistaken. Research from Tufts University shows that older adults who eat protein early in the day keep more of their lean muscle compared to those who wait until dinner to eat protein. That's because after a long night's sleep, our muscles are extra hungry for protein. If we miss that morning window, our bodies start breaking down muscle to meet other needs. And once that muscle is lost, it's very hard to get it back. So I decided to make a change. Now, I treat breakfast like my muscle meal. It's no longer something I rush through or skip. It's a priority. Most mornings, I aim to eat at least 25 grams of protein. Sometimes that means 2 eggs with cottage cheese. Other days, it's a smoothie made with Greek yogurt, chia seeds, and fresh berries. And if I'm pressed for time, I keep a protein shake ready in the fridge. What matters most is being consistent. This habit isn't just about keeping muscles strong. It also helps with energy, stabilizing blood sugar, clearing mental fog, and even lifting your mood. And it's what lets me keep doing things many my age have given up. Carrying groceries, cleaning my home, and climbing stairs without help. At 94, I'm not doing this to impress anyone. I'm doing it because I want to truly live, not just get by. I want to keep choosing my own clothes, making my bed, and cooking my meals without depending on others. And honestly, this one simple habit has made all the difference. Alright, I know I've just shared quite a bit with you. 5 morning habits that may seem simple but have the power to truly change how you age, how you feel every day, and how fully you enjoy your life. And here's the thing, you don't have to nail all 5 perfectly tomorrow. Nobody expects perfection. Not me, and certainly not you. When I began this journey, I was much like many others. Stiff when I woke up, dragging myself through the morning, struggling to concentrate, and wondering if this was just the way life had to be after 70. But then I made one small change and then another. And slowly, day by day, things began to shift. My energy returned. My balance got better. My mind became clearer. And my body stopped aching like before. Most importantly, I started feeling in charge of my own health again. Not fragile, not fading, but alive and thriving. Here's what I've learned over nearly a century. Aging itself isn't the enemy. It's feeling disconnected from your body, your habits, your mornings, and your purpose that holds you back. How you start your day shapes everything, your thoughts, your body, your feelings, even your relationships. It decides if you're leading the day or just trying to keep up, if you're losing strength or building it. And the best news? You still have time to take the lead. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, you are never too old to make a positive change. It's never too late to start fresh. Your body is listening. Your brain is ready to support you if you give them the right care. So, here's my gentle invitation. Start tomorrow. Not next week. Not when life feels easier. Not when you feel fully ready. Just start. Pick one small habit. Maybe drinking a glass of water first thing. Stepping outside for some fresh light. Or a quick 4-minute brain exercise. You don't need motivation, just a moment. A quiet moment where you say, today, I'm choosing me. And from that moment, everything begins to change. If this video spoke to you at all, please leave a comment below. Tell me, what habit will you try first? Or maybe you're already doing one. I'd love to hear your story. Let's turn the comments into a place where real people support and inspire each other to live stronger, longer. And don't forget to share where you're watching from, because this community we're building, it's about more than just habits. It's about connection. You never know who might read your words and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. I have so many more simple, science-backed, heartwarming tips coming your way. No fluff, no quick fixes. Just real, practical tools for anyone who wants to stay independent, sharp, and active as the years go by. Because listen, at 94, I live alone. I take no medications. I don't have a nurse checking on me. But every morning I wake up hopeful. Not because everything is perfect, but because I've built a morning routine that makes me feel strong, steady, and ready for whatever the day brings. And I want that for you too. So take a deep breath. Believe you're worth the effort. And tomorrow morning, do one thing just a little differently. Because growing older doesn't have to mean giving up. It can mean freedom. It can mean vitality. It can mean the best years of your life. I believe that. And I believe in you. See you next time, my friend. Stay strong. Stay curious. And most importantly, be kind to yourself.